right around me all the time. You know, he said, Smith, Smith. That was my name for him, so I wasn't going to say it.
No, you don't
He was a
question
nice
it.
man. And yeah, Smith, that was good. Now, we got to do up here, so because the nurses always get wet from the rain, and that, you know, stuff like that.
He was egging you on. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I grab a helper somewhere, you know, one of the nuts that don't do anything anyway, and we do things like that.
So it almost sounds like it was a medical unit that you were attached to with the nurses.
Sort of in a way, yes, yes. We did have one MD, and we had, I think, 2 or 3 nurses. Yeah, but the guy that ran it, he came from the New York area. He was a wonderful man, and everything has to be perfect, absolutely perfect. Even when he railed me into what was for that game we used to play? I had to play
Bridge.
Bridge.
Oh.
Bridge. Yeah. I used to play a little of it, but when I got there, when I first got there, and this boom boom, you know, they're shooting around us and everything, and they had this the captain. He says, you know, Schmidt, do you play cards? I said, well, oh yes, sir. Yeah, now and then. So soon I was known as Charlie, not Schmidt, by the captain.
One of the guys. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Oh, and he was a wonderful man, and as I said, I found out that when I got back, I looked all over New York, and I finally found his old firm, and somebody there said he died, you know.
So, yeah, it still boggles my mind though as to how the Army would send you by yourself. That blows my mind.
Boggles ours.
Oh.
But he had a lot of shooting, the bullets and everything. How funny, you forget things.
Oh, anybody
The
that was
basics.
anybody that was in the chosen area,
Yeah.
they
He was
saw
up on the front
baptism
line.
under fire. That's for sure.
You were right up on the front lines there.
Started, they threw me through, what is it, up in New York State,
It was Boston
all
when
the
you
beginners
got out.
start there. If you either get pulled in or went in, you know, sign yourself in. And that was a nice place, but it was only a month or two, then they went to Jersey. And Jersey was great because we had a nice bar in the place that they made, a bar for the people there. But they had other stuff too. They had good food and everything, and so a couple times I got to go out sailing there. So then we got shot out to another place, and this friend I say became a friend. He was about 82 or 3 years old, and he was hanging out there. I don't think they'd have
Fort Dix?
let him do, huh?
Was that Fort Dix?
No, that wasn't in Dix, no.
Korea, you went directly to Korea.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alone. I don't know how directly it was.
Yeah, I had orders to fit pretty fast for that, yeah. But I got to meet some real characters, you know. We had a little a sports car club racing. We used to go and race in the so somebody came back, some big shot from the government, and he brings this other guy around. He says, "What's this going on here? You know, people are racing on our property." And the guy there, he says, "This isn't your property. This is our property right now, and if fellas want to get better, learning on getting around in speed and all kinds of tricks, I think the best for them, and we're continuing it. You know,
That's
a
all right.
goodbye. Just a goodbye to this
Yeah.
so-called big shot. Yeah.
Well, Fort Dix was a common place for politicians to drop in because it was so close by.
Yeah.
And I remember every time they were coming, we had to, you know, the motto was, if it doesn't move, pick, how'd it go? If it doesn't move, if it's too heavy, pick it up. If it's light, pick it up, and if it's too heavy, paint it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to make everything look good.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was down there
Yeah,
for a
that's
little
a good
while,
one.
and we did have a lot of fun. And I met a couple great friends and everything, yeah.
And then after you got discharged, and they just said, what, take a bus to China or something like that? Or?
Exactly. Just go. You know,
That-
good to have seen you, or good to have known you,
Yeah.
you know.
He was,
And I went all around after that. Gee,
Well, they must have got you tickets or something for transportation.
he was heading for Boston.
no,
and
I
he
think
took the long
just
road.
I just had a couple little paces like this. That it wasn't very much.
Oh, like authorization to
I-
get on. the
Yeah,
vehicle.
for this and that. And as I said, I met some Chinese people
Japanese.
and Japanese, yeah, and they took to me, and you know, I was there for a little while, and one of them, I said they were building a couple homes there, and I went up. I said, "Come here with me a minute." And yes, and it's true, actually, it's all true. And I said, "You see this, and this goes through this way better, and the food has to be here because the Chinese eat differently, and they're building for Americans here. So you know, I said, no, not here, there, that sort of thing." And it was a lot of fun, and they of course gave me some nice things to wear going back, and gave, I don't know, a couple
Really,
of
it's kind
shirts
of like a
and-
reward.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just being nice, and they were very
I have the
nice
kimono
people.
Kurt Molly.
So it made me like a lot of more people, you know, that I hadn't seen before.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So now, what do? You with the government?
Oh, I just volunteer with the Veteran Services Office.
Oh, uh-huh.
No, I retired about 6 years ago, and
Oh.
I've been a program manager in the aerospace business,
Nice.
starting out
Yeah.
on reentry vehicles, and then going to aircraft, and then going to assemblies for tanks.
Nice.
No.
I'd be interested in that. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
educated as a civil engineer, but when I went in the Army, I was at Fort Bliss, and they taught us how to fire a Nike Ajax, and I got this whole missile bug in my system. So I turned down the job that I'd already accepted out in Pennsylvania, and told them I wanted to go in the aerospace business. So they wished me luck and said, if you ever want to change, come on back. And I went to work for Avco. I didn't go to Raytheon. It was Avco, then I was General Electric, and then I was came back up here from New Jersey, and then after that I went back to Avco again, and then I went with a small company that got bought out by Curtis Wright.
Huh.
So I've had
Yeah.
46 years of working.
Yeah.
Our
And
best
Jersey
friends
is a
in our
good place to
neighborhood.
work too. I like Jersey. Yeah, I haven't been there too many times. Oh, maybe a couple hundred times, and we built stuff from our shop that went over there too, of course. In fact, it went most of the place in the country.
Charlie, tell them about Tom Attridge,
What's
who was
that?
our neighbor who worked for Grumman as a test pilot,
Yeah.
and shot himself down, and he told them he was going to, and they didn't listen to him, but he got up there and shot the bullet, and he had to do his turn, and the bullet went right into his plane. He shot himself down.
Oh,
He was right over the Piney Barrens out on Long Island, and evidently, I mean, he survived it, but
Yeah.
they keep saying his back kind of crunched together.
Oh, yeah. I
Sure.
can
He
imagine.
lost about 4 inches, I
You
believe.
get banged up, yeah.
But he
Mhm.
was fine after that. He was a sailboat racer.
That's wild. Yeah.
It was wild. It was
Yeah, we used to race with him, yeah. Good guy.
not planes, yeah.
Wonderful Carol. No, not planes, the boats, yeah. We used to race sailboats too.
He and George Bush were the two youngest pilots, I think,
Oh.
in World War
Yeah.
One. Two.
Yeah.
That's George H.W.
Huh? Yeah, yeah.
You know, when you think of it now, you don't have to, hold your ears, but when you think of the junk in our country now, what's so
Yep.
people telling us that he's running this country. Can you imagine?
Don't get him going.
Oh, I get on a soapbox a lot. I'm in total agreement with you.
He'll be your
Yeah.
companion.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, if we had some kind of a war or something that gets us in, I would just tell everybody, if I were a big shot in the country, I'd just say, let this guy take care of his own problems, not ours.
Yeah, I get disgusted with the way I see things happening and
Yeah.
the way the kids are getting away with murder. And
Yeah.
I'd like to see them reinstitute the draft.
Yeah.
Teach
My
them
favorite
a thing or two.
expression is that we lived in the best of times.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did. We lived in the
We
best of
did.
times.
No question.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
One question, back to the beginning. Do you have a copy of any of the documentation from his service?
My favorite other expression is everything we own
I
is
don't
in
know where you
storage.
get it.
We just
Yeah, you
look here
can
and
get
choose.
it, I believe.
Okay, 'cause
And
that would,
as you see,
that